everyone, thank you for clicking this video. Welcome to my channel. If you're a brand new subscriber or a brand new viewer to me, my name is Damon Warner and I talk a lot. I talk a lot, I just ramble, I go on, but that's me, that's who I am. And if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. So per one of my coworkers, she really likes when I use the color yellow. That's why I'm wearing this yellow shirt. I have yellow eyeshadow on, almost said liner. And so today's video, I was like, let me do a look that involves yellow and just kind of talk about something that's been on my mind for a while. So if you want to hear about that and see how I achieved this look, just keep on watching this video. And of course, I can't stress it enough and I can't ask you enough, go ahead and press the subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification button to be notified about when I upload new things. And yeah, just join the family and I hope to see you again. I love to see new people, I love to see new faces. So let's go ahead and grab our chips, your foundation brushes, whatever it is you do when watching YouTube videos, go ahead and grab that and let's jump into the tutorial. Alright, so I think this is a good angle, not too zoomed in, not too far, trying something new. Yeah, I'm not really gonna discuss what palette I'm using, so just know that we're gonna go into some kind of orangish brownish color and use that in our crease to start the crease. So first topic, and don't know how I'm gonna actually get into today. One of the first things, something I really don't like to hear, to be honest, is the word person of color, or the acronym of it, POC, because it's kind of always thrown around and whatever. If you don't know what a POC is, it's a person of color, and it usually just means anybody that is like not white. The reason I don't really care for this word is because, see, we all know at the end of the day which group of people is always going to get the short end of the stick. We always know that no matter what, black people are going to get the short end of the stick. Now, coming from a black person, when I hear people use that word, it kind of like tickles me the wrong way. Even tickles a word I don't really want to use. Because at the end of the day, black people are always getting the short end of the stick. In many cultures and groups of people, black people are always getting mistreated and like taken advantage of, and it's quite frankly ridiculous, which is why I don't really like the term POC, or like when people are like, oh, we're all persons of color, which in truth, yes, we are. However, y'all still treat black people like shit, you know? It's incredibly frustrating to see it, like, I guess in the grand scheme of things and like as like a wide sort of spectrum of everything, POC does make sense because yeah, it's all like non-white people. But when using it in a way like to discuss who's treated badly and all that stuff, and to be like, oh, well, all persons of color feel this way. Not even true, because like a lot of people of color don't respect black people, and they actually still view black bodies and like black people as like inferior to them. Yeah, so to use person of color to not directly mean a specific group of people is still kind of lame, because it's like technically, like I'm a person of color, but I'm not like that dark, so to like refer me and like, oh, we cater to all, you know, POCs or whatever, but like I'm your darkest shade of something, doesn't make any sense, because it's like you're completely neglecting the other half of the spectrum that's like significantly deeper complexion than I am. And so it's just really, the word, like I really wish the acronym POC kind of like wasn't a thing, because it's just very, people are using it in a way to be like, oh, we're inclusive to POC, we love persons of color, and you know, yada yada yada, but you're really like not, like it's kind of used as like a parsley at this point. It's not taking like an actual kind of brown and using that to add some dimension and color to this. Not color, add some dimension to this. Going for a very smoky kind of look and blended out look, so just kind of put that brown everywhere. As you can see, I'm just going in circles. I'm starting from the outer corner and like moving my way in just to blend everything together. Yeah, because we all know that like even people want to be oblivious, or people want to be like, oh, well, I've never seen it. And that's one of the biggest things I hate when people say. It's like, well, I've never seen it, so it's not happening, it's not real. I've never seen it in person, so people are lying and just exaggerating and yada yada yada. It doesn't matter what you yourself see, it's still happening. I've never witnessed childbirth in person. I'm not gonna say it's never happened. There's plenty of things that people just don't question. Like you've never seen like a dinosaur like in person, like a real life, like you've never seen a Tyrannosaurus Rex in person. doesn't mean that it didn't exist at some point. Like, yeah, you've seen the fossils, but you know, science could lie, even though whatever. But that still drives my point that it doesn't matter what you've seen, things are still happening. You're always gonna hear somebody like trying to invalidate your story, invalidate your life, or like your experience. Like, oh, I've never seen that. I've never seen X, Y, and Z happening. There's so many people all the time. This is kind of jumping all over the place. There's so many people all the time who say like, oh, I've never seen the police beat somebody up or mistreat a citizen, so these people are clearly lying. It's like, why? First of all, why would somebody lie about that? Secondly, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not happening. Now that I have that color set down and where I want it, I'm gonna take my Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer, and I'm gonna use that to cut a crease into my eye, because I want to do like a sort of like a sunsetty kind of vibe. Hopefully this comes out the way I'm planning it to in my head. So just taking, where is it? Like a concealer brush like so. It will focus. And just using that concealer to kind of draw. So now I'm gonna take this smudger brush. Take this smudger brush, if it will frickin' focus. Take this smudger brush. I'm gonna go into a yellow color, a nice bright yellow. And I'm gonna place that right on top of the cut crease. Placing it, not spreading it around or blending it in. I'm just placing this color in there. I'm building it up as I go because it does get very muggy because this palette, this yellow isn't really the best. So I'm just placing it and packing it on. So another thing that really grinds my gears, and kind of this whole video is going to be about just things that annoy me, to be honest. What grinds my gears, I'll say, is people who, how do I even say this without it coming off super weird? I really hate when like a non-black person, or I've really noticed that non-black content creators love to adopt these sort of black scents and like black personas. I'm gonna say black with like an emphasis because I don't really think this represents black people as a whole. It's just going off of a stereotype. A lot of non-black content creators love to adopt these faux black, they like to adopt these like faux black characters and like these, you know, quote unquote inner black woman. And it's like, it's so confusing and like, not confusing, it's frustrating. And it's so weird, like, why is it that you all talk with this very, very fake black scent and do all this just nonsense, like all the girl, period, poo, and like all the like snaps and like neck movements and like anything that you really characterize as like a stereotypical black person, they all do. It's like you don't have a personality outside of this, because you know for a fact you don't talk like this. You don't talk like this in person. You don't. And I don't understand why like a great majority of non-black content creators feel the need to do this. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, why is it that black bodies and black people, black bodies and black personas are celebrated off the internet, but when it comes to actual black people, it's crickets and y'all hate us? Like, it doesn't make any sense, and it's perplexing to me, because it's like, why is this your go-to like mannerism? Like, who, first of all, you look stupid as shit, because again, you know you don't talk like this, so it doesn't even sound natural coming out of your mouth, and it's like super exaggerated. And then they'll adopt like all these slangs that black people use and all these words and terminologies that are thrown in, or AAVE, African American Vernacular English as it's called, and they're just kind of saying things like there's not rules to it. Like,
oh my god, period, sis, gonna finna. Excuse me? Good sis, whole ass ate that up, period, poo, dead ass finna love. Huh? Dead ass chapped baby girl drowning in these edges, cuz.
This is a very muted yellow. It's not coming out as yellow or bright as it looks in the pan. But whatevs, just keep building it on. I've been building it forever. I'm probably gonna end up doing like a full video about what I mean about non-black content creators. Like, I have this whole idea, which stay tuned. I probably shouldn't be spoiling that early, but you know me, not that good at keeping secrets. Ooh, feels like I've been blending this forever. It's not a terrible yellow, it's just not as pigmented or like as bright as I thought it would be, or as I wanted it to be, I should say. But to wrap up that whole point, like, I just don't understand why people feel the need to not be themselves on social media. Like, you don't talk like that, you don't act like that, you don't actually do this, and then to like top it off, you're like low-key racist because you say the N-word all the time. And it's like, you want to profit off of black culture and black people, but you don't want to respect it. Like, I'm so confused as to why that's a thing. So now taking a clean fluffy brush like so, I'm gonna jump into that deeper brown we used earlier and just blend out the outside and like around this to kind of blend it so it's not like a harsh line. And then taking that same exact smudger brush, I'm going back into that yellow and I'm just gonna place it on the inner part of the lower lash line. Like right under where the yellow is on top. I'm just gonna place that there. I'm obviously gonna have the description of all the products and like palette. Like this palette, I'm probably gonna have it popping up on the screen, whatever I felt like doing as I recorded this or as I'm editing this, but I just didn't feel like, honestly it's because I don't remember the names of these colors because the colors were like on this little plasticky piece and I threw that part away. So that's why I'm not saying the names of these colors. That many well, there's a lot of different colors in this palette, but it's not that confusing to navigate. Putting that all on there and nice. I like the top of my eyes and the bottom to match, so that's kind of always what I go back and forth on. And now taking just a thin detailing brush, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna jump in between the first two colors and I'm using that to place it on the outer part of the eye. To tie the whole eye in together where the top, whatever, you know what I mean. Blend it like the top. So then just to finish off that little, get the inner corner where you can take this sort of very lightly colored highlight shade and use it as my inner corner highlight. Not strong at all, but I am kind of pushing it out and like towards my nose to draw out the eye shape and kind of mix it in with the yellow, to be honest. And voila, that's the eyes. So now moving into mascara, I'm gonna be taking the oldie but goodie. Now for mascara, taking the oldie but goodie Grande Cosmetics mascara. Just to give my eyes, I'm not wearing falsies today, so just to give myself like a very dramatic lash, I'm taking this. One of my favorite tricks that I always do with mascara is like, I'll coat it a couple of times and like blink as I go, and then go to the roots and kind of like shimmy it and like wiggle it around to kind of coat them a lot better. Because that way you can fake a line because it makes the base of the lash really, really thick. So I've already got like my other part of the base is on and all this stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. See that yellow, see the yellow in this palette? The yellow in this palette just isn't that strong because like you see how one eye it looks like you can't even see that yellow anymore, and I packed on so much of it. So what I'll say for the most part, this is a decent palette for like a beginner, but don't go into it expecting a whole lot of pigment because these colors aren't that pigmented. And it takes forever to pack them on, so hopefully I can do this without messing up my mascara. Maybe that's what the eyes needed. I just had to like wet the eye or like wet the brush because now it's coming up very bright. So I'm gonna be taking take the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the color Hot Chocolate, which is like this brownish color. I would go for a more gold kind of lip, but I don't know where that is right now. And you can never go wrong with like a brown lip. And this is the final look. So major takeaways from this video. I really kind of want to push this narrative of like, stop using the word POC to mean literally every person of color when you know you don't specifically mean every person of color. You just mean like one group of people. Don't, you know, you can say black people, you can say, you know, such and such person. You can, don't feel like you can't, because it's a lot better to clarify what you mean. Another thing, non-black content creators, please stop adopting these black scents and these very bad, like, terrible stereotypes of what you consider to be black. Please stop. It's so annoying. It's annoying and it's frustrating and it's exhausting to see it happen, and it's like, can't you be a little bit creative and just be yourself? Because you don't talk like that in person. You really don't. So my message to you to take away from this video to anybody is just be yourself. Don't be something that you're not. Don't try to act like you're something when you're not. Like you're gonna end up sounding dumb and it's not gonna be good for you in the long run. Just don't do it. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video and I'll see you next time.